Hi, my name is Danica, and thank you for watching Peyton's Point of View Gamer Show. Today we have Mael. You may know him with his gamer tag, Kisame. Thank you for coming, Kisame.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. So we're going to just ask you a few questions from a few of our viewers around the nation. The first question that we have comes from George in Illinois. He would like to know, what is your favorite game?
My favorite game of all time would have to be Kingdom Hearts, and because the story is so deep and so complex, but it's also ran by Disney, so you'll have some random Disney characters come up and stuff like that. But it's also produced by Square Enix, who knows how to make a good action fighting game. So you get a balance of corny and realness.
That seems really, really awesome. Okay, and our next question comes from Demi in Ohio. She would like to know, what is the worst game you have ever played?
Worst game by far I've ever played had to be Battle Mage. And it was like this weird company. I mean, the idea made sense. It was just like, but how they went about it, the frame rates kept dropping. The resolution was terrible. They allowed you to be creative, but to a point. And it was just a weird game all around. Like, it had potential, but they didn't go for it. So now it would probably be that game.
Thank you. And our next question comes from Liz from Michigan. Does the gender of your avatar matter?
Not really, depending on the game. Like, if it's like Life is Strange, that one is heavily on two girls. But if it's like a random...
Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you said with what?
Life is Strange.
With?
Two girls.
Tell us a little bit more about that. Meow.
All right, Life is Strange is about this girl who found out that she has the power to briefly go back in time. And she found her old friend from high school, so now they are kind of like reconnecting at the same time dealing with these powers. So it's a weird indie game.
Oh, it sounds very interesting. Our next question comes from Chad from New York. What is the longest you have ever sat and played a game?
Probably ever, for one sitting, would have to be 8 hours. Just sitting there and just playing the game. I mean, after a while, you realize that the sun has gone down and you have not talked to a person in the past 8 hours. So it's a weird feeling, but if the game is good enough, you'll let those 8 hours pass.
Awesome. Do you prefer any other type of genders other than your own when you play the game?
If I had to think of another gender besides my own, I would have to say female to play as, because majority of the games you play, they're usually males, and adding a female character not only promotes equality, but also gives the game a more unique point of view.
The next question comes from Donnie from California. Donnie would like to know, who is your favorite game company?
Favorite game company is actually a tie between Sucker Punch and DICE. Sucker Punch, they made this game called Infamous. They have like 3 games in so far. Infamous is one of those butterfly games, like what you do in the game affects how it ends. DICE, they made this game called Battlefield for the past couple of years now, and it's a really good MMO. And those are my 2 favorite companies.
Great. Our next question comes from Marie from Arizona. Okay. Do you prefer to play alone, or would you prefer to play with other gamers?
Majority of the time I like to play by myself just to relieve like some day-to-day stress. But if I wanted to hang out with some friends that are in different parts of the world, we like to go online and like just play a lot of Siege, or just any game that we can all get on together and just have a good time.
Okay. Well, Mr. Meow, I want to thank you for coming to our show today, and hopefully we can have you again soon.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. This has been Danica, and again, we're at the Peyton All You Can View Gamer Show. Have a great day. Until next time.